How many of you know that sometimes we do things in life that leave us feeling like we have handed over our power to someone else, or to a certain organization, or to just something, like you feel like you've left your power behind and you feel like you're walking empty? And in today's video, I just want to show you and give you some tips of how to get back your power, especially as a young woman, because when we are young and we get into relationships, after those relationships and we feel like we've left our power there, after we've lost jobs, we feel like I've wasted so much time and I've wasted my energy on a particular job. So in today's video, if you're in that situation or you still feel stuck in that situation, I'm going to give you some tips on how to get back your power. So welcome to today's video. My name is NJAU. The number one tip on how to get back your power is forgive yourself. I know you've had this countless times, but forgiving yourself is the key, is the first thing you do. Once you realize that you're still living in the past, or maybe you still feel like you've lost everything, you need to sit back and forgive yourself. It doesn't matter how bad it was. It doesn't matter how it makes you feel. You need to forgive yourself, because the moment you keep walking in pain, you will never move forward. Like you're going to stay stuck in one particular you're going to stay stuck in one area or in one place. So the first thing you need to do, and this is so self-explanatory, you need to first forgive yourself. It doesn't matter what you did, it doesn't matter how bad it was. Forgive yourself, because that is the first step to you moving forward and getting back your power. The moment you forgive yourself, anything else, anyone else who tries to come and tell you this or this or this, those are just noise. Those you take that, hiyo ni kelele kwa masikio yako, because you already know I've already forgiven myself and I'm moving forward regardless of what I did or whatever happened. So the first thing you need to do is forgive yourself. The second thing that you need to do is to stop. Don't keep blaming yourself. There's a difference. You can forgive yourself and still keep blaming yourself. Kama singefanya hivi, hii na hii hainge happen. And I keep saying in most of my videos, if you make a mistake and you learn nothing from it, that was just a mistake. But if you make a mistake and learn something from it, that was a lesson. So you need to stop blaming yourself for anything that happened. Could be you lost a relationship, like I said when I was beginning this video. It is okay, you lost it. Maybe there was a part you played for for things to go the way they went, but don't blame yourself. Forgive yourself and stop blaming yourself. Like every time anything happens, anything even similar to what happened, you are there trying to blame yourself. Stop blaming yourself. Identify where the problem is, work on it, and move on. Do better in your next job, do better in your next relationship, do better in your next step of life. But don't sit there and start blaming yourself. And that is the second point. The third thing is spend time with yourself and know yourself better. Spending time with yourself is something that has helped me so much in life. Like you get to know a part of you that you didn't know by just simply spending time with yourself. You know, mostly in most cases we just want to spend time with other people, spend time with family, spend time with friends, you just want to spend time with anybody else apart from yourself. You need to learn how to spend time with yourself, and the moment you spend time with yourself, you get to know yourself. You don't need people to verify the decisions you make. You don't need people to tell you you're doing this or that, because you know yourself better than anyone else. So in that particular stage in life, the next thing the best thing you can do is spend time with yourself. And the more time you spend with yourself, the more you know yourself better. The other thing is that you need to do to get back your power is be independent. Being independent, I keep saying something. If you cannot do something for yourself, stop expecting other people to do those things for you. You know, there are people who are so much, they expect so much from everybody, and the things they expect from everybody else, them themselves hawaezi jifanyia. Like, kama you can't buy yourself a car, why do you expect someone else to buy you a car? You need to at least have bought yourself at least one. Hata kama ulinunua ukauza, but you bought it, so you know, I can do this thing for myself. Okay, so be independent, have your own money, do your own investments, do your own, all those things. Yani, if you can start a business, go right ahead and start a business. If you can do all those things, go right ahead and do them. But stop expecting people to do things for you, things that you yourself cannot do. Yani, you cannot afford makeup worth 10,000 plus, and you expect someone else to do that thing for you. Like, you need to be so independent. Like, before you ask for something, it's something you know you can afford. Okay, usiende kuitisha watu vitu hata wewe mwenyewe uwezi jifanyia. Ile kitu unataka ufanyiwe, if you want someone to take you to a 5-star hotel, you need to at least have taken yourself there once or twice. Okay, so that you know, like, najua I can afford this thing. So if I'm telling you to do this thing for me, it's not because I can't afford it, or it's not because I want you to introduce me to that lifestyle. It's something that I can do for myself. So be independent in every area of your life, especially in your finances. You need to be independent, because nowadays unapata mtu hata before aulize what kind of a person anataka kwa relationship, the first qualification is akuwe financially stable. You need to be financially stable yourself before you start looking for someone who is financially stable. Because the moment umeenda kwa mtu, you want someone who is financially stable, and yourself are not financially stable, you become a slave to that person. This person can do whatever they want to do with you because they know you totally depend on them. But if they know uyu mtu, uyu dema mauchali, this person can take themselves to a certain place, this person can buy certain things, you have your power, and you don't misuse your power simply because you can do those things for yourself. You have your power so that you can also have a say in that relationship, maybe. Okay, so when you want to take back your power, you have to be independent. It's not a choice, it is something that you have to be. You need to be independent. Okay, the next thing that you need to do is avoid casual sex. Avoid casual sex as much as you can. No amount of sex can help you keep someone who wants to live. It doesn't matter how much they love you. It doesn't it doesn't not even love. It doesn't matter what position you want to do. It doesn't matter. Sex is so cheap nowadays. Everybody can afford sex nowadays. So stop doing casual sex in the sense that this person, I want to make sure that I maintain this relationship by just going and sleeping with someone. Let it be clear, don't do casual sex. Okay, stop. Usiende ukilala na kila mtu ati because, okay, like, even that one person, don't go and start doing it because you want to keep them. You need to be in a position to know, if I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do it because I want to keep this person, or because I want this and this to happen. If in case you have decided to do it, because life is a choice, don't do it for anything else apart from you want to do it. Okay, that is another thing. The other thing that can help you get back your power is write down your principles. Write them down. You'd rather have one principle that you stand by than have 100 that you don't even follow. And by principles, I mean this. You need to be very careful before you start writing your principles, because people are very quick when it comes to writing. I don't do this, I can't do this, I can do this, I cannot do this. And then at the end of the day, you don't even remember when you did it, because you are not even serious. You never did your homework of what you can, of what you can't do. Okay? So like I said, principles are things that you know. I cannot call any siwezi compromise. He nayo siwezi compromise. It doesn't matter if everybody else is doing it. I cannot do it because everybody else is doing it. This is my principle this is a principle that I follow. And when it comes to principles, I personally have principles. I keep telling some of my friends, mimi hata kila mtu akavaa biker shorts. Imagine I cannot do that. na si kukatazwa na si kuafford, lakini it is the way I dress matters. Okay, if you know that you cannot send nude photos to a man or to a woman, don't do it because you're afraid of losing this person. If you know deep inside your heart, I'm not doing that, don't do it under any given circumstance, and take your time before you write those principles, because you need to follow them. Okay, I was telling someone, even God himself, his principles never change. It doesn't matter which generation you're in, it doesn't matter what comes or what does what. God's principles remain the same. So you should also have principles that you stand by. Me personally, I have principles that I've never broken. And I'm not saying this to brag or to prove to you like this and that, but I know it is not easy. It is not easy. It comes with its own fair share of challenges. But if you've made up your mind and you've said, I'm not doing this, don't compromise. If you have made a choice to never have sex before you get married, lose that person if you have to. It doesn't matter how he looks. It doesn't matter whether he's tall, dark, and handsome, or inclusive of rich in that tall, dark, and handsome. Let him walk. Let him walk. And it doesn't matter if that chick is as hot can be. Let her go. If you've made the decision and if you know that is your principle, you've made a choice of not having sex before marriage, then it doesn't matter who you lose. Let them go and be okay with it. Okay, so if you write down your principles, be very, very, very careful. Be very careful. Don't write things for the sake of writing. I said you'd rather have one principle that you stand by and you follow than have 1,000 that you don't even remember you broke. Okay, so write down your principles. Very important. Very, very important. And like I said in the beginning of this point, it doesn't matter if everybody else is doing it. If you've made a decision of not doing that thing, don't do it because everybody is doing it. And even if everybody else is not doing it and it is you have made that choice to do it, it doesn't matter. Do it anyway. Okay, so it's not about anybody else, it's about you. When you're writing down these principles, don't compare yourself to a celeb. Don't compare to yourself to the people you look up to. Don't compare yourself to the people mnamuitanga aje hao watu. Okay, I can't remember the name, but don't compare yourself with other people. Make them for you. Write them down for your sake, for the sake of your future. Write them down and make sure that you follow them to the letter. And the last tip I want to share with you on how to get back your power is that you need to make your relationship with God number one. I know it sounds like normal, but make your relationship with God number one. He says that you commit your plans to him and they shall succeed. And God is not a man that he should lie. It is so true that whatever he promises, whatever he says, he fulfills. So your relationship with God comes number one. Because when you make that relationship number one, any other relationship is not going to mess you up. Any other thing that comes is not going to mess you up, because God is always going to tell you when you're about to make the wrong move. When you make your relationship with him number one, you know the things you prioritize, they also prioritize you. Okay, so stop expecting other people to prioritize you and you don't prioritize them. So the most important relationship is your relationship with God. Any other relationship comes after that. So those are some of the things that are going to help you get back your power. And it doesn't matter how tough it is, it doesn't matter how deep it is achievable. Okay, it is you can achieve it and you can have back your power and walk like, with your heads high. And when I say get back your power, I remember sometimes, let me give you a short story. I remember sometimes back when I was working in town, and this one morning I was in a matatu, and this guy comes and sits next to me. And the moment the conductor started collecting the transport fee, this guy ananiambia ati ni sawa madam. No, he said hi. I said hi, it's okay. I said hi. But then again this guy is like ndakulipia, and then mimi kwa akili yangu najiuliza, unilipie gari ya 50 bob ndio uende ukinipea story ni kama unanilipia dawari. And I said no, don't pay my transport, I'm okay, I've sorted myself, asante. So when the moment this person amekufanyia kitu utakuwa na ile fear ya kumlenga akikuongelesha. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But the moment mimi usinilipie fare, then when ukinipe story and I want to go thinking my own things, I want to go listening to my own things, but here you are, simply because you paid 50 bob, you feel like you owe me now. Like you can talk to me throughout that journey. I'm not giving you that satisfaction. It does not work that way. It does not work that way, especially for me. So learn how to take your power back. Have your own, be independent, make principles, make your life, make your relationship with God number one. Forgive yourself and don't pity party. Those are some of the points that are going to help you take back your power, especially as a young woman. So thank you so much for joining me. Forgive the background noise. My son is somewhere around here. I'm making this video at around 11, I think 11 p.m. He's still around, and that's why you can hear some noises. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the support you've shown me in the past. In this year, let's hit 200 subscribers before the end of this week. So I love you so much. May God bless you, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye bye.